Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 553 of the Need to Nerd podcast. We are nerds. We have a need to nerd, where nerd culture is our culture. And I'm Easy, and I'm joined by Patty B.
Hey, I haven't heard you say that line in ages. I know it's part of a lot of our branding and stuff, but I'm here for it.
Yeah,
Let's
nerd
go.
Culture is our culture. So I was editing the podcast
for the fans.
And I was like, Patty B probably does see me in a tank top a lot. And that's why he just associates me with tank tops. Because I wear them when I'm out and about with my kids. And then I'll wear specifically 3 specific tank tops on podcasts. This one is my current favorite tank top. It's very large and comfortable. And I just did the laundry today. And I was like, well, I'm wearing this tank top because it's clean and it's cozy. And I was like, you know what? I wonder if Patty just forgets that I don't wear tank tops to Magic tournaments. I have a basketball jersey, CCMTG jersey, but I don't wear tank tops. Mostly because my arm flag gets out and stuff. But I was editing the podcast and I was thinking about it. I was like, why does Patty B think I wear tank tops to Magic tournaments?
Just that you wear them a lot, and that makes sense as far as oh yeah, this is this is sorry. I see you in a lot of tank tops because we record together a lot.
Yeah,
and you just wear them at home for the podcast stuff.
Yeah. We're not talking about tank tops today. We might talk a little bit about ponchos for what it's worth. But we are talking about Jedi Survivor today. And the nerd fact of the week is an interesting one because Pokemon ZA came out in the last 7 days now. I think today might be day 7. And what was really interesting
is it day 6 or day 7?
I think it's technically
6, 7.
6, 7. I think it technically is day 6.
Okay.
6, 7. That's banned in my house.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
My wife's
Sorry
a
to break your. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. So what was interesting to me about Pokemon ZA was the cost of the game. It came out that the game cost $13 million to make.
Wow.
And there's a lot of things that we could say about it. I bought it today, by the way. So far, so fun. Really enjoying it. Everything that I want from a Pokemon game so far. We'll see if it's worth the price tag. But I thought about this game and I was like, man, I wonder what the cost of this game was. And it is not public, but there was a leak from Microsoft that said to get it to be Game Pass Day 1 available cost an estimated $300 million.
Wow.
For context, that's 27 times the amount of Pokemon ZA.
Console games and handheld games are, just a little different. It's fine.
I just also think that 300 million is on the lower end of what I expect from a game like this. If you think of the size of the worlds, the things that you can interact with and stuff like that, I think they did pretty good for what it's worth. So that's the nerd fact of the week. If you want to compare Pokemon ZA to the game we're reviewing, the new hotness to the old hotness, a game that people thought was going to be in Game of the Year contention in Jedi Survivor versus a game that everybody's dunking on for its JPEGs. Well, that's what 300 million versus 13 million gets you. Any thoughts on that before we move
on? I forgot that this was one of the flagship. Oh, you get to play it day 1 with the Microsoft Game Pass.
I did play a game day 1 for what it's worth. Yeah. But I bought the game though. I didn't do it on Game Pass.
Gotcha.
Let's talk about it. We are talking about Jedi Survivor today. It is the sequel to the wonderful, the amazing Jedi series for EA, and kind of the return of good gaming in Star Wars in a lot of ways was, I mean, if we go back, you know, Lucas Games was talking about stripping EA from having any rights to Star Wars before New Jedi Order came out, and or not New Jedi Order, Fallen Order came out. Sorry, mixing up different Jedi properties. And you know, Star Wars Fallen Order happened, and it was legitimately amazing. It was one of the best Star Wars games I've ever played. And I think that, you know, when you played it, you felt the same way. It was refreshing. It was different. It was not what we expected. Like, Star Wars getting a Souls game with easy mode was like not in the cards for most people. So the fact that you could play it for story mode or play it as a Souls game was really cool.
Yeah. I have not gone back and tried it harder because I was already having like anger issues and like whatever on. I started playing it normal and then I went down to story mode. But like
on
even
Fallen
still,
Order or on this one?
This one.
Oh, okay. I was talking about Fallen Order.
Oh, got it.
This is the sequel to Fallen Order. This is the let's go on. And I'm just going to read what the producers, the publisher said. Star Wars Jedi Survivor picks up 5 years after the events of Fallen Order. Cal must stay one step ahead of the Empire's constant pursuit as he continues to feel the weight of being one of the last remaining Jedi in the galaxy. And man, there are some really good moments that kind of speak to that in the story of this game, and I'm excited to talk about it. I'm excited to talk to you about your experience playing as well. Let's go into initial impressions. I think you just gave some of them. You started on normal mode; it was a little harder, and so you switched down. Like, talk to me about your initial impressions of this game.
Yeah, dude, I have not really ever played a Dark Souls like style game before, and so like you can ask Shelby. Like, I was yelling at the TV with this game way more than I should for something I'm trying to do, you know, casually and for fun. That because that's not fun for me, right? Like, I want it to be a challenge, right? Like, gaming is you know, supposed to be hard, but like I don't want it to be so hard that like I lose my ish. And like this game kind of started that way for me.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like, my initial impressions is this game was really fun to start. I don't know if I started on normal or easy mode. I never play these games on Jedi. I think that like or master. I don't remember what the difficulties are, but like, you know, I'm here for a really good story, a little bit of difficulty, and like a fun time. And I just remember kind of that first level on Coruscant. I don't know if this is spoilers. I'm like giving you the like beginning of the game, so you know, I don't know. I mean, the game's it's a year and a half old at this point, so like, or maybe 2.5 years old.
A year and a half?
I think it's like, longer than that. I think it came out in 2022, so
it's like 3 years.
Yeah. That initial like train through Coruscant to get used to the controls and stuff like that was really fun. And then kind of the first planet that you go to after that, we'll get into it during kind of the next segment, but I was pretty amazed by this game, by my initial impressions. The fact that you like unlock zones differently than the first game, just with like different powers, like you know, the world felt bigger. in a lot of ways. Like the planets were really cool, but they were like depth rather than wide.
Sure. Yeah,
for the maps in Fallen Order, and this one they felt big. Like they felt really large. And you know, we talked about it on this podcast when it happened, when the game first came out, but my favorite moment in video game history happens in this game. So my initial impressions of this game were really high. Like I got through maybe the first 25% of this game and expected this to be my favorite video game of all time.
Yeah. And for what it's worth, like, because it had been so long, that it had been out, I messaged you. Like, it was like on sale on Xbox. I had a gift card. I was like, all right, I'm going in on, this game. And because Spencer had talked about it, so glowingly, been like, hey, guess what I'm doing? And eventually got him back to playing the game and actually finishing it, I think, because you had stopped at a point for a while.
Yeah, I did. I want to save that for later in the show, but like, I would say the first quarter of this game is like, that's initial impressions, right? Like that's how you start a video game.
Yeah.
And it was really insane. Like it was. I get what you're saying. Like if I had started on a harder difficulty, like if I'd started on Jedi, I think that there are some things that'd be hard. I actually went back this week to some of the points that really frustrated me about this game, and I have them in my could be betters, that if I replayed the game, I might not have frustrations with this game. So we'll get into that later, but that's it. Look, let's talk about spoilers though, because I want to get into the story. So if you haven't played the game and you want the story to be saved for you, you got to go play it. It's actually not that long of a game.
No, it's.
I would guess that on easy mode, most people could beat this in under 40, pretty consistently. I think my save file is 60 hours, doing other stuff, having some fun. So, for a AAA game, it's a pretty decent sized game that can be finished easily, fast, so to speak. So, let's talk about the story really quick. And I'm kind of curious, Penny. What did you played the first one before this? I assume. I assume you bought them together. Yes. The first one has a very unique story, and then this one is a very based on the High Republic. You go from the Clone Wars to the High Republic type of story. Was it jarring for you as somebody that's like not consuming Star Wars content, or was it really refreshing? Like, how did you feel?
It was nice to pick up with that character at a different point in their journey, because like the way that the first one like ended, there was only like so much they could do.
Yeah.
Right. Like,
well, there's only so much space in the Star Wars universe for them to be a part of the Star Wars story, right? Because it takes place while like the Empire exists. So
yeah,
Cal Kestis can't just go, I'm going to go defeat the Empire, right? Like that can't be his story. That's not his story to tell. So what does he do?
Yeah. So I think what really shines this story is the side characters. Like some of my favorite moments and things that happen are with these ancillary people that Cal interacts with, on his journey.
Do you mean, just out of curiosity, like, most of the characters, we get a couple new ones, but we just complete spoilers. Or is one of the moments you're talking about where you get a different POV in the game?
No.
Okay. That is
Just
what I
just like in
assume.
just like in general, right? Like with Marin, with Bode, and oh, what's her name? Just everyone at the Jedi Temple, right? Like,
Well, so I when you said that, I thought that you really enjoyed the Siri part where Siri is full power taking stuff down. I thought that that was part of the game that you were referencing.
that. I mean, that was really cool. That was fun.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have it in the show notes, but just out of curiosity, who is your favorite side character in this one?
It's probably Bode. Like, I love his storyline, and it's like the way that you were able to use him in like fights and stuff, and the way that that side character interacted with you,
Really fun.
and was like kind of playable in a way.
I actually
Um,
wish they had done more of that in the game.
yeah.
Um, I didn't have that in my could be betters, but it was when you could have your side characters help you. It
Hmm.
was really cool and fun.
Yeah.
Like I wish they had incorporated more of that, and I wonder if we'll see more of that in number 3.
Right, because like it was like you start out on Coruscant, right? And
Yeah,
so and it kind of shows you that, and and you get some help, and you're able to do a little bit of that directing. So like you think that it will be a bigger part of the game, um
so,
because they train you on it,
yeah,
but it's not.
yeah. My favorite is Marin, which is different than my favorite in the first one because uh, I don't know. Marin kind of annoyed me in the first one.
What?
She was so cryptic and doomy. Uh,
I find that endearing.
uh, but yeah, she was just I don't know, so awesome in this one that it was fun. I really enjoyed it. For me in this one, the story is like the hook. The story in this one is it's so good and so refreshing and different, especially for the time that it takes place, right? You see the things that the Empire is trying to do to expand and go into Jedi archives to now that the Jedi are gone, we're going to learn from the Jedi and take over the things that they held sacred or the things that they kept secret, right? And you have to protect those things in a lot of ways. And I don't know. I thought the whole thing was refreshing. The bounty hunting, the like, the it was really cool. The story was kind of for me the hook.
Yeah, 100%.
Let's talk about gameplay because there are 2 parts of gameplay to me. Actually, there are 3 parts, and I'd like to talk about each of them. The first one is combat. I think this game has really good combat, just like the first one. You can set it kind of as hard or as easy as you want to make, and it really does change the difficulty of the game because it makes the simple encounter change completely, all the way up to boss fights be completely different, and I think that that's really cool. Um, something that Souls games don't do is they don't give you an easy mode. Like you're forced into that. But if you want a Souls-like experience in Star Wars, you can have that. If you want a story mode experience with a really cool action, you can have that. And I think that that part of the combat part of the gameplay is dynamic and cool.
Yeah. The it's kind of funny with in regards to the combat. I played Gotham Knights after this game, and it was really hard to switch from, well, one, to switch into like that like block parry like style, where and then to then go to a game that doesn't have that, where I'm like pressing the button to like block. in like just instinctively because like that's just like how I had played for however long. It took a minute to adjust back to like, oh
That's
yeah, I need
funny.
to do these other things.
I've had that
Not
experience
get
many
wrecked
times.
in this new game.
It's funny that you don't have a Switch anymore. I'm curious because you don't have a Switch. You haven't had the like Xbox to Switch experience of controls, where you're like learning a new game and your button mapping switches across.
Oh geez. Oh man. Oh yeah. Nah. I have not had to deal with that.
So I play. I'm gonna be honest. Like we have the Xbox behind me. Obviously, I guess you can't see it anymore. We have it in a new place, but my Xbox is on my my record player stand now. And like, so the TV behind me is where I play all my Xbox games.
Mm-hmm.
But I play most of my gaming actually on this TV, where I play Switch. Like I just do it at my desk on my Switch. It's a good 1080p monitor that has the frame rate for Switch. It's fine. And one of the hardest things about getting back into the gameplay for me was like going from this button layout back into the Xbox layout. And
right.
It's funny, right? Because like I have we're getting into controllers again. Go check out our controller episode because I'm such a controller guy. I have this controller on my desk, right? And so I use this to play Xbox games on my computer. And for some reason, when I have this controller in my hand, my brain can do it. But like, if you look at the mapping, Patty, if you're an audio listener, you can't see this. It is the Switch mapping,
right?
But for some reason, like I played the last two Halo games I played were on this controller, and I just didn't look and didn't like think about it. But it actually was hard for me in this game specifically to like go from my Switch controller onto my Xbox controller. Mm-hmm. It was pretty difficult. That's not the part of the gameplay that I want to talk about, though, outside of combat. I want to talk about the other two, and we're going to save movement
the M1 for last.
Movement for last.
Yeah, thank you.
The next part of gameplay is travel,
mm-hmm.
which I think is really good in this game. You can travel really well. You can jump from space to space. From spawn point to spawn point. Really, oh my gosh, did you not know that you could travel to spawn points from your face?
No? What? Oh, man. Let's travel the planets.
Yeah, so if you can travel to spawn points so that you don't have to go... Oh, wait.
Spencer, you know how much time I could have saved?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I think the travel's a lot better in this game. The fact that you get to travel to spawn points is like really helpful to save you time, to get you to where you want to go. Like if you want to battle a certain type of enemy to like level up a skill, or if you want to like. And the other thing that's really cool is when you travel to spawn points, it respawns as well. So like, it's really cool in that regard. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe you have to still meditate, but either way, like if there's an enemy, oftentimes every spawn point has specific enemies like right outside of it. So if you like want to practice something, or you have a certain way you like fighting, like it's really cool that you get to do that. I'm really sorry that you didn't know that. I would have told you.
It's okay, man. At least I got to spend my skill points how I wanted to. I really love that. I guess that's in my levits. I don't know if that falls in the gameplay.
That's part of gameplay. We can talk about skill points really quick. I actually really like the skill tree in this game.
Yeah.
I don't like that they punish you for resetting it.
Yeah, that's not great.
I get it. Like you shouldn't just get to like set your skill tree for whatever you want.
Yeah, and then change it
Yeah.
for the next battle
Yeah.
to be better for that type of battle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get that, but like, I wish. I don't know. Is it really that big of a deal if you can do that? I guess it is. Like, if you got to redo your whole skill tree every time you want, that would be problematic. But I gotta ask, how many times did you redo your skill tree? You never redid it?
No.
Oh, dude,
I structured it how I like to play, and I figured out.
How did you know that without doing the pistol or the cross guard or the?
I kind of took what so like you get little bits of it, right? You learn like little bits as you go, and it kind of was based on those missions where it's like, oh man, I am like buns with the like heavy like cross guard.
Yeah.
Like I had to do that mission like so many times. Like, oh, this style is not for me. Not a Patty B style. So yeah, I think once I found ones that I was like, oh yeah, I then like expanded them. But I kind of took a page out of the book from the first one where you're like, hey man, don't spend your skill points right away. You're like, say you're like, hey, just save them for later when it actually like matters.
I think that's just true in Star Wars games for what it's worth.
Yeah.
I give that advice to everybody in like every Star Wars game. I'm like, just like, wait a second.
So yeah.
One of the things I guess we can dive into the skill tree a little bit. Like I did not find myself using a ton of Jedi powers early.
Mm-hmm.
There were a couple of reasons for that. Like a lot of your lightsaber skills use your force points.
Mm-hmm.
So like, using push, pull, those type of abilities, just like, unless you were going to do something to set up a specific scenario, I just didn't know what scenarios I was going to get into.
For like combo, like, hey, I'm going to use
pull to get them into the. So like, I was a double bladed dual wielder almost the entire game after a certain point.
I think so. Yeah. That, or like instead of dual wield, it was double blade and either dual wield or pistol blade.
Yeah, I think that
between those two.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have different things that they love. I know a lot of people are like really big on the single blade in this game. A lot of people don't like the dual wield in this game. They think it's pretty weak and stuff like that. But
sure.
I think that like the combats, the fact that you can't do them all like the first game, like you are so broken in the first game after you unlock after your full lightsaber skills are unlocked in the first game, like you're like, nobody can beat me. Like everything's like a 15 hit combo. You're like, I just do this exact string, every enemy dies. This game's not like that. Like you really do have to like.
Yeah, there's something that just don't work on certain enemies.
Yeah,
like the big like one thing I kind of struggled with was like the hammer tank guys with the like grab hammers. Like it was always a pain in the rear to deal with those guys.
All right, let's talk about movement.
Okay.
Man, I did not
much to say. Best movement in the game ever. Period. Let's move on. Oh wait. No, it's not. So frustrating.
Here's the thing. I don't even know that the movement is bad. It's annoying. And we're gonna get into it and get it better. So it could be better. So I don't want to spend too much time on it. The movement is flowing and makes sense for what they tried to do for the game. I just didn't think there needed to be this much movement. Like to get from point A to point B doesn't need. I'm just gonna say that could be better because I don't really have a way of describing this.
Yeah.
Outside of it could be better. Not everything needs to be 5 movement puzzles, and I don't mean that by like. Well, obviously, like if you played the game, like if I had played the game start to finish for 60 hours, this wouldn't even be a complaint. But if I ever put down the game and pick up another game, for 1 second, I have to relearn how to move.
Yeah.
And my ADHD can't handle that. I just like, I'm naturally, here's the thing, man. Like, unlocking movement in games is like the number one skill. Like, the thing that makes you good at a video game is unlocking movement. And like, you know, I have a kid who wants to play My Hero Academia, who wants to play Valheim, who wants to play like all of these other games.
Right.
And then I get limited time to play these games. And having to go back and learn them is like, it's a lot. It's like, okay, so like, how do I double jump, flip, warp, wall jump? How many jumps do I get after a wall jump? What, like...
Yeah, right. Oh, I didn't touch that thing, so I don't get an extra jump, and now I fall to my death? Great, cool.
Here's the thing, man. Like, oh, what force power do I have to use to bring this thing closer to me so I get an extra... Like, listen, when you're in it...
Yeah, that's frustrating, where it's like, oh, you actually have to push this thing so that it comes back to you. You can't use force pull.
Yeah. Here's the thing. It's not an all the way could be better, because I'm sure that if I just start to finish this game again right now, that was like, okay, I'm only going to play this game for 40 hours. I bet it's really fun.
I guess, but like that's not necessarily like realistic on like how your average person plays.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I don't know. You can't like design something to be like, oh, this is gonna be, we're gonna bank on this is the only thing that our people are gonna play. So it's fine to make it just aggravating and
that's the thing.
Everything's a puzzle.
Is like, by the end of the game, when I got back into it, it wasn't aggravating anymore. It wasn't upsetting anymore. Because I knew how to move again. Yeah.
Even when I knew how to move, it just like everything.
I think anytime you fail a puzzle 3 times, you want to turn off the game. Yeah. We'll get into that. Well, let's say that bit.
Like, you don't have full health, and it respawning like drains you a little bit. So it's just like, especially like it sets you up for failure in your fights after these puzzles.
Oh, I have the funniest bug. I have to say this before we move on, where I tried to skip something because I'm like, I can't figure this out. And it was like, you know, like the cylinder going up the planet. I don't remember what planet this is, but you like have to like wall jump, bring things, you like go up.
Yeah, it's like a mining facility basically, and there's like the laser in the middle.
I figured out that I could jump to the wall and then like do a bunch of stuff, but then I clipped and was inside the wall.
Oh no.
And it auto-saved me inside the wall.
Oh, I talk about some fun. I mean, that's in my could be betters.
So, auto-saves?
Just like the loops that happen with with that. So
let's talk about Love It's. I'm gonna go to my first Love It. It's my favorite moment in video game history. I just think it's like the best introduction to a skill in video game history. The warp skill that you learn in this game is... Marin teaches you something very important for this game. Like, it is a skill you use the whole time.
Yeah.
And also, it's like...
That's it, like, you use it all the time for the last, like, 25% of the game, because you learn it at, like, 70% completion.
No, you learn it at, like, the first 25%.
The, like, her green, like...
Dude, am I crazy? Maybe I enjoyed a lot more than this game than I remember, because I enjoyed the game all the way through this point.
Yeah, you're like on the like desert planet.
It's the third planet in the whole game.
Right, but it's later in the story.
I think you're wrong, but it's okay. My point is, it is my favorite moment in video game history. The fight's really cool. The learning of the mechanics really cool. The moment that you've wanted, the tension, the sexual tension, is closing on these characters that you're like, just do it, just do it. I think it's still to this day is my favorite moment in video game history. Like, you know, I love a lot of it. This game is not in my top 10 favorite video games of all time. That moment where like you learn the skill, you beat the boss, you get the kiss, like it really was, it had to be most of this game's budget. That fight is crazy and so cool and so fun, and its impact on the story for not just like this kid who was raised in a way where he doesn't believe he should even do this, and like he gives up on it. He's like, you know, he's beating what came to the fall of the Jedi with Anakin. Man, there's a lot of things to say here. Okay, I'm gonna go real Star Wars deep for a second. Okay. So in Star Wars Legacy books, Star Wars Legends, I believe it's called, there is the Legacy of the Force and the Fate of the Jedi. They're 2-book series that follow each other, and basically it turns out that the reason the Jedi fell was for their strict no attachment rule, and that if they had just let him marry Padme, the Jedi probably never fall.
Yeah, sure.
Luke is like, okay, we're not doing that. Luke gets married. Everyone can start getting married. Attachment is fine as long as you don't let over attachment overdo. Blah 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 blah
Right.
blah.
Balance.
Yeah, there's balance, right? Well, that's not canon anymore. So the fact that Cal comes to the same conclusion is really freaking cool. A really freaking cool moment for Star Wars fans that love the legend stuff, and that kind of agree that had he just been able to say like, hey, like I married somebody, I'm in love with this girl, I'd like to save her life, they probably could have figured something out. But instead he felt trapped. And Cal knows that. Like, I guess he doesn't know who Darth Vader is at this point, but like he knows he's not allowed to have these attachments if he's going to be a Jedi for the way he was trained. But he's that's not going to be his order. That's not going to be the people that he trains, the way that he sees things. And I think it's a beautiful moment, and like one of my favorite Star Wars moments. And the fact that this is canon is really cool.
Yeah. Not much to say on that. Like I don't know. I saw that coming a mile away. Like it wasn't as big a deal for me. Like
you could see it coming and still enjoy it, right?
Yeah, right, but like it wasn't this like top 10 like all-time gaming moment for me.
I think it's the fight too. Like it's like this like I know what I don't know. It was really cool for me.
That's awesome.
Yeah. My next love it is the first, I don't know how many hours. This game for me, through that fight and a little bit after, is like unbelievable. There's like some really good things about this, like the way that they like present the open world, the way that you can ride mounts, the way that you can like build your terrain and your terraria, and you're like, they like give you a lot of things that you can do in the beginning of the game. And once you learn how to do stuff, once you establish the story, once you build your base, once you like do all that stuff, very fun, very cool, very enjoyable. And I think the game gives you a lot of freedom is my next love it. I think that it gives you a lot of ability to do that stuff. I think that the freedom gets cut short, and we'll talk about that. But yeah, I think that the beginning of the game and the intentions for the beginning and the whole game are really good. Like I think that like had they executed on that, this would be the best Star Wars game ever made.
Sure.
What are you? What are your love-its?
Yeah, so I loved, and same thing with the first game, right? Like I loved Seer's fight with Darth Vader, right? Like, um, those have all like I think will always be just these awesome moments for me. Um, I kind of mentioned it before where I loved the side characters, like particularly like storyline, like the Bodhi turn was great. Um, I like some of the extra things that you can do, like the finding the different like bounty hunters.
Dude,
Um,
it's so cool. It's so cool. The bounty hunters. I forgot to mention that in my love-its. Keep going. I just agree.
yeah. Like there was only so much of it that I did like felt like I could do because I was like kind of getting because the movement was so taxing. Even after I learned how to do it right, just like that, it felt like a chore that I didn't do as much of the side stuff as I probably would have liked to. Um, and
Just to be clear, I want to correct something. It does say that the 100% runs are 60 hours and the main story is only 20 hours. So it is a pretty fast game. And
yeah, 20 hours if you know how to move in the game.
yeah,
Jeez.
sorry.
Oh man.
No,
Yeah,
I,
that was
I I I love the side stuff too. Like the side stuff, I think that's why I love the beginning of the game so much.
mhm.
And I actually think that there is a specific moment where you learn to dash jump
Mm.
into
Mhm.
walls to double jump into dash jump that changes the entire game. I think that's it. I don't know if you remember what I'm talking about. But basically you wall jump into like this, like you're like this, and then you fly forward with a different type of jump, and it changes the whole game. I think that is the part that we both were like, this is stupid. Like, it's cool that we can do this. It's in the level where the wind is blowing.
Yeah, that's where you
Um,
learn the dash jump,
yeah,
right?
and
Where the
it
wind is blowing.
is it. Let's just go into it. It ruins the game. Like, legitimately, once that happens, the game is less fun. Um, having to know how many jumps I have, what I can touch, where I can touch it, to get from point A to point B is really annoying. And then the fact that every time I complete a puzzle, there's another puzzle after it is infuriating.
Yeah.
We went from Dark Souls, the combat game, to Dark Souls, the movement game, and there's no way to turn down the difficulty of the movement game.
Nope. Like, I can't tell you how many times I died with that damn scorpion thing. Like, when you first get to the red sand planet.
I did not die once.
Yeah, well, that's so nice for you, Spencer. I'm I'm so happy.
I now know why you were like, I'm so over this already.
Yeah, dude, it was. Oh, my gosh. Like,
I think that the moment you learn to dash jump, the whole game changes. And you know what's funny is like there are things after that are really cool, like BD8 learning to like destroy and make things, and like
mhm.
all
Yeah,
that.
like here, generate this like thing
Yeah,
that I can go grab.
all of that's really cool. Oh my gosh! If I have to dash, I'm gonna play this game again. I'm already convinced after this podcast that I will probably pick this game up because I think that I'll have fun now that I like beat it and know how to do it.
You like come to peace with like, okay, the movement is going to suck, and I'm just gonna have to deal with that, and I know where I'm at now.
And you know what? That art could be better. If you're listening to this and you're like, I loved that part of the game, good for you.
Yeah, yeah.
Awesome. You're gonna really love this game.
This game is gonna be so great for you.
I don't need a movement puzzle.
But like,
I don't need 17 movement puzzles between my story bit. I don't. Yeah. And the fact that I also have movement puzzles for the extra story bits is nonsensical. It's nonsensical.
It was so nice with the first game. Like that like
you only had movement puzzles to get the extra stuff.
Yeah, to get the extra stuff, and yeah, just like it's very specific. Like, okay, this is a puzzle area. You got to figure out how to move and navigate around.
Not during the main story to get to the next part of the story. Oh my gosh. I'm such a passionate person.
Huh?
I said I'm such a passionate person. I like legitimately. Patty tells me he buys this game. I'm like, oh no. I haven't played this game in a year, and I have to finish it. Like, it's good.
Yeah.
I think that's even my bigger could be better. Is the game is good. Is that a weird could be better? Game is good.
Yeah.
You made me want to finish it. Good job. Combat fun. Skill tree
Story
fun.
great.
Story good. Thank you so much. Oh, do I have to go from this tiny island to this tiny island? Well, give me 30 minutes.
It's good. It's gonna take a minute, okay? All right.
Gosh. You know what though? I think the thing is they expect you to have that moment of gratification where you're like, I figured this out and it feels really good. The problem is I'm so mad by the time I get there that it's not fun. It's not like, oh my gosh, I did it. It's like, thank freaking heavens.
Yeah, it's a relief. It's a relief that you got there. And
you know what's worse? Is then you fall off and it respawns you back and you're like, I'm gonna, and you have to turn off the game. You have to turn off the game. You're like, that's where it respawns me? I remember, I think it was inside the droid creation place where you like have to double jump, dash, grab, run, wall run. It like you go from you're really high up. Do you remember the part I'm talking about?
Yep. It's like in the middle.
Yeah, and it then respawns you not in the part where you start your double jump. It respawns you back at the beginning. You have to go all the way through the freaking thing again.
Yep. I got in a weird. So that was like I was mentioning, like one of my could be betters, like is this save loop that I got into, where like, okay, so to start this game, another thing, you're gonna surprise how I like can continue this game. I got in a save loop where like I found the Rancor on the first planet real early on accident, and I couldn't get out of it.
Okay.
And so like here I am like trying to battle this Rancor as a fresh Jedi who doesn't have any skill points, and just
single bladed Rancor battle. Let's go.
Yeah. Yep.
I actually don't know how I would battle the Rancor. I don't know. Could probably beat it.
I didn't beat it. I think I like barely survived and was able to get out of a thing. Like, but
okay.
As far as talking about like frustrating places where it puts you after you've died, that's one of them.
Okay. Let's just go over these. Could be better because there's a couple. We talked about it. Let me play. Just let me play the game. Let me play the game. Don't give
Mhm.
me 50 movement puzzles.
Yep.
I think my next could be better is there's a little bit of ambiguity. You don't really know what to do or where to go sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not a problem unless you're trying to like do the story. And you know, it does a good job of being like, here's your next point. Go to this point, right?
Yeah.
But I do
It
think,
toes the line of like, is it a bug or a feature? Like
yeah.
being an open world
And
thing.
I feel like I'm missing stuff while also trying to do that. So,
Sure.
I talked a lot about my love of the freedom of the game. You can go where you want. You can do what you want. You can do blah 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 blah. If you're trying to do the story, it does not work that way. You lose all of your freedom. Like, there's never a reason after the third or fourth planet to go back to the second planet to do all the fun stuff that the second planet shows you. Almost none.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that it should not do that. I think that it. One of the things that I talked about this on the podcast.
Planet 2 is Kobo, right? With the space bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kobo is really cool, really fun. There should be, you know what? It does take you back. Like you have to go back to unlock things with like the mirror power and like all this stuff. But like, it should do more. Like it should be the central hub. Every time I go to another planet, I should go back, unlock the things and the places, go on. And maybe I played it wrong in my first playthrough. Like, you know, but I feel like your freedom is taken away from you in some ways.
Mm-hmm.
After you get it, it's like, hey, look at all this stuff you can do. Hey, go into this direct line to progress the story and never come back to this.
Yeah. That's yeah. I found that too, where like it was harder to get if you were just doing the story. It was hard to get those random side like skill points to progress not skill points, but like the other things like bounty coins or these other types of things from chests. Like I am glad that I did the whatever it was. I didn't buy. Well, first off, back to Love It. I loved all the customization you could do with Cal.
Yeah,
that was pretty fun. There was a lot of cool like memery around that.
Not enough ponchos. Actually, I think that what's his name?
I was mullet Cal with a beard for a while. It was great.
You were mullet Patty for a mullet.
I know, right?
You were mullet Patty for a beard for the while. So that's
fiction meets reality here.
That's not that surprising.
It's like looking in a mirror.
What is the actor's name? He's like, I love him, and he's
Cameron.
Yeah.
Bro.
Actually, that's just a huge level. Basing your character off the actor.
Yeah.
Chef's kiss. Can we do that more in video games?
That would be great.
I really you hired this dude
Cameron Monaghan. Yep.
Yeah. First of all, amazing actor.
Mm-hmm.
Just amazing actor, crushes it, loves Star Wars, loves his role in Star Wars. Huge lover for that. He feels like he had only poncho options in the first game, and then they took away the poncho in this game. And he's like, "Where's my poncho?
Dude, where's my poncho?"
I agree with it. What? You don't even have a poncho option? You only let us have ponchos in the first game, and now there's no poncho? Could be better.
Oh, but I am glad, and if you do end up playing the game, I forget what her name is at the one shop on Kobo.
Oh,
she kind of like slug lady.
Okay.
almost Huddy, but not really. Don't
I don't really like being called Huddy.
I don't know.
It sounded like a slur.
Is the like
That
type
sounded like a slur.
fair. All right, trying to like
they are
they are
Huttonese for what it's worth.
Huttonese.
They are Huttonese.
I missed a syllable in there.
You missed a lot of syllables.
Hutties?
No, Huttonese.
Yeah,
now you're doing it again. I feel like it's a slur.
Wow.
This is just can't just call all slug people Hutties.
But don't get save your like things and then buy the like there's like a really high cost like unlock this other room and then you get a lot of stuff and like an extra like extra force ability or something like slot. So like that was super valuable and I didn't know that like I'd get that and I was really glad I did.
Yeah, there you go.
Because it made it a lot easier to play this game.
Dude, that's my thing though, right? Is it gives you all this freedom and the stuff, but like you have to go back. You have to like I don't know. That's the ambiguity, right? It's like make me go back to this thing that I really enjoyed.
How many times do I have to kill the droid who's like, man, they gave me the ledge. This is so nice. What an easy job. That's another great thing, right? Like the way that they like brought combat with non-Empire, like the fact that the like Marauders use droids as like their
it was a nice change. A lot of their
personnel.
It was legitimately cool. A nice change. So
yeah.
How many times did you die to Rick the Door Technician?
0. Smack that trucker. I got him.
You got him first hit?
Rick. Yeah.
You're goated, man.
Yeah.
Just got him.
It's my one like crowning achievement in this game is I'm 1-0 against Rick the Door Technician.
I gotta ask, how much did you know about Rick the Door Technician before you fought Rick?
A lot. Like I'm chronically online, and so like.
So you saw it, and you were like, "Oh, this is the battle."
It's like oh, man,
we're gonna go.
I can't wait to just destroy this.
So like, you fell for it.
It was comic. No.
You knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Well, that's not as funny. The whole point of the meme is that people are like, "I'm gonna battle Rick the Door Technician. It's the hardest battle in the game, apparently."
And then you watch the battle.
Well, only the losers posted the actual battle. So,
I saw a lot of winners. Maybe on a different part of the internet.
Yeah. So Rick the Door Technician is a huge love it for me.
Yeah.
Putting a meme in your game, that's a W.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Like obviously that boss fight, but there's a lot of those like kind of combat. A lot of the stuff that the like troopers and the droids say casually is like pretty great.
All right, we don't get a lot of feedback on the show, Petty B.
Okay,
but we did get some couple reviews ago.
Oh.
That they wanted us to change our scale from 0 to 5 to 0 to 10 because it's a more honest review.
Making us go Portnoy on this thing? Oh my gosh.
And so this will be our first 0 to 10 review. 0 being we would never review it on the podcast. We would just not do the episode. To a 10 being the perfect game. Or movie. Or comic book. Or TV show. Or season. 0 to 10. How would you rate this?
You first.
What? Why? Because you want to base it off of mine?
No.
Okay. I thought about this a lot today. Not only did I think about it, I'm going to be honest, I agonized about this episode, but it was actually really fun. I actually really enjoyed it. This episode actually made me want to play the game more.
Oh, no.
And I did not think that would happen. And I'm sure that I'll fail a movement puzzle 3 times. I'll be like, this is the stupidest.
For this. This
But that's how I feel.
okay.
I think the story is a 9.
Okay.
I think that the skill tree is a 9. I think the combat's a 9. I think the gameplay is really good. I'm going to give it a 7.5. I think that it is such a bad, could be better.
Right?
Here's the thing, like, if this one thing that we just spent probably 15 minutes of this podcast talking about it did not exist, this might be the best Star Wars game ever made.
Oh, man.
Like, and that's high level. Like, people talk about, myself included, like, Old Republic being up as, like, the best game ever made. If you didn't have a movement puzzle for 45 minutes at a time to stop you from progressing in the game, I mean, that's why they did it. They did it to extend the game. But, sorry. It would be so good and so fun. I'm going to give it a 7.5. It's almost an 8. Like, it's really good. But I can't give it an 8 with that big of a glaring failure.
Yeah. So, you know, how I mentioned how, like, you didn't die to that scorpion once. So, like, my score is going to be lower than your score. And it's not, like, I did an average here, right? 9 on all those categories that you mentioned. Then I gave the movement a 0. Like, and I...
A 0!
Actual 0. It's buns.
Okay. We need to get. What we should do?
Rating, what that averages out to?
If we're gonna do 0 to 10 moving forward, we got to get like the flippers, and we should just do them at the same.
That's what the score stars. Judges?
Yeah, we just gotta do them the same.
It's an 8.
I'm gonna tell my wife; she'll buy them for us.
Oh man. Okay, we'll have to do this as maybe a sidebar after.
Okay. Anyway, what's your score?
Do you know what that averages out to? 6.75.
So
I'm giving this a 6.7. This
it's a 7. Just give it a 7.
No, it's a 6.7. That's what it
What would you give the first one? Like a 9?
Yeah, like an 8.5, 8.59.
Man, the movement really. Here's the thing, man.
It's so bad.
I told you that going in. You had pre-warning. I said, just so you know, this is gonna happen.
Yeah.
And you were like, it's so much worse than Spencer said.
Yeah. You know what? Because it doesn't matter how much, like, people like us.
He's like,
or you prepare yourself.
He's
right,
like,
mentally.
Spencer told me this is gonna be bad. I really enjoyed the first game. Spencer really enjoyed the first game. Spencer said that the beginning of this game is really good. It can't be as bad as Spencer saying where he didn't play it for 2 years. It can't be that bad.
It went on sale, right? Like, I was like, all right.
I know. You got it for like 30?
Oh, no. $10, my guy.
You were getting that score at $10? Dude, no, I paid $70 for this game.
Sorry, no. It was in a bundle. I got it for like 20.
Oh, with the other one.
And it came with the other one, and it came with Star Wars Battlefront 2.
That's good. That's a good deal.
Yeah. Yeah. Your boy scored. So.
Okay. The new Battlefront 2?
Yeah, new Battlefront 2. Like the one
game
with
should
the
be
Iden Versio Storio.
But you story mode. You got story mode too. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
like I had owned the game previously, but like it's like, oh, I have it on this.
I actually haven't finished
on the new
game.
console. That game's real good. That game story is awesome.
No,
a lot of the story points, like there are some things in Jedi Survivor that like oh, I remember that from Battlefront 2, or like because Battlefront 2
I know the story. I know the story. 6.75.
Yeah, man.
6.8.
It's a 6.7.
You said 6.8. You just lowered it again.
No, well, it's 6.75. Yes, if you're rounding up.
6.7. You're just doing that on purpose. You're doing it on purpose.
Not that, but like with those three categories, like it's close enough that I get to meme.
All right. I have to ask this.
Okay.
Is it worth it? Do you get it on sale?
Yeah, the story's really good, and like
it's so good.
If you can get past the god awful, terrible movement, then the game's fantastic.
My best friend played this, and at the same time you were playing it. Actually, my other best friend, Patty. You know.
I was like, excuse me.
I have 3 best friends. I have 4, including my wife, and she was like, "You made me play the first game, so I played the second game, and this game's insane." And she finished it in like a week.
That's cool.
She's like, she did not have any problems with the movement. She really enjoyed it. Like, and the thing is I think that we did not enjoy the movement. If you enjoyed the movement of this game, it's probably a 10. Like, legitimately.
I'm big brain. I'm and chewing.
I'm just saying, like, can we just say that for a second? That if you enjoy the movement, this might be the best video game you've ever played. Like, like legitimately. So, thank you everybody so much for listening. If you want to let us know what we'll talk about in a future episode, leave a comment on the YouTube or the Spotify. That does help us out. We try to plan our episodes about every 2 months. We've been behind mostly because we changed our recording schedule and stuff came up. But we are going to be back next week. We will be talking about the wonderful Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets movie. Probably the most book accurate movie of all of the movies. Spoilers. And we'll also be donating to... of course, a trans charity for that episode. And we will be accepting donations. If you also love Harry Potter and want to support trans people and want to offset the fact that she must not be named as what she does, let us know. If they want to find you, we're going to do that.
They can find me on X, formerly known as Twitter, at PattyBMTG. As well, I'm also on Blue Sky.
Yeah, I'm at Spencer13H on Blue Sky, at He's a Game on Twitter, and you can find me every week on the Constructive Criticism podcast. And we did find a new recording time for Constructive Clash. We're hoping to do some modern videos before the upcoming RC, as well as just fun videos for me and Matt, because, he's one of my other best friends. He's not as beardy as Patty though, so
No, but he's really good at Magic, and I think we had a really good time. I don't know if we talked about it, but like our team tournament was great.
Oh, it was.
I like teaming with you too. So
I kept the chat up. We're in the team again. Don't you worry.
Oh yeah.
That'll be it for this week. Like, subscribe, and comment, and we'll see y'all next week with a brand new episode of the Need to Nerd podcast.